Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead reading for April 5th through the 11th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, including the link to the Recommend a Reader Shoutout, which goes to Star, Moon, Sun Tarot. Just want to make sure I got that right. Don't want to call anybody out incorrectly here. Yep, Star, Moon, and Sun Tarot. Stop by and show her some love and support. This is intended to be an all-encompassing reading looking at relationship, romance, stability, finance, all that. So this also may resonate as you or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. This is primarily a romance reading. All right, Sag, let's look at your week ahead. All right, for Sagittarius. 8 of Cups. Just gonna say it right now. It feels like you're turning away from, like you're just fed up with worrying. Okay, whatever that means. Okay. Devil. King of Pentacles, yay. Like that can just sit on that. Okay, 2 of Swords. Knight of Swords, this could be Aquarius, this could be Capricorn, that could be Virgo. 7 of Cups. And the Moon card, that could be Pisces or Cancerian. Alright. So, let's take a look here. Oh, okay. So your job is to remember that everything is going to it's going to course correct and that you're going to be okay. This week is like the week of surprising news. It seems like, so don't get discouraged because everybody is being like, as soon as something like this comes in, there's something else that comes in to buoy it or lift it back up. So we're going to see what that is here. Alright, what's this Devil card about for Sagittarius? 6 of Pentacles, good for you. What's this King of Pentacles about? Alright, so the overwhelmingness has stopped. What's this King of Pentacles about? This is King of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups, excellent. This is 2 of Swords for Sagittarius. 7 of Pentacles. So this says happiness, that says failure, that says success. All right. Knight of Swords. So you've been dealing with something that's going to come to a head. And whatever you had to do before to make everything happen and to make it work, and as hard as you worked and whatnot, you have freedom from that this week. There's some kind of liberation from that, or at least things balancing out and things being much more steady. There's calm and there's peace, and you feel much more in control of things. It could be that your relationship issues came to a head and you're just like, I'm out. We're calling it a truce at best, and I'm at peace with what I could and couldn't do with that part, the romantic part. What's this Knight of Swords about? This Knight of Swords, it could be Aquarius. The High Priestess, Pisces or Cancerian. Alright, what's this? 7 of Cups. The Hermit. All right. Okay, so I was going to say you're on lockdown. You're in your separate corners. Truer words, right? But this is all about things coming to a head with your romantic interest. and that gets pushed by the wayside, and there's peace in the land, shall we say. Things all of a sudden, because the drama is over with your romantic situation, for the week ahead, you are focusing on things being stable and things having sort of a rhythm and a flow to the week. So that nothing wrong with that. What says Moon card about? This Moon card. 5 of Pentacles. So we've got this, it says worry right here. So this counterbalances this for this reading, because what you're worrying about has already happened. And it's just the residual effects of you being like, oh no, what am I going to do? There's this that's been pushed over here, and this is different in my life, and all these things. And this is saying, don't worry, that there is success to be had, and whatever was weighing you down and oppressing you or on your mind really heavily, it works out. It ends up working out. There's actually peace and rest to what you've been working so hard to try and manage and figure out. There's actually, you're going to come to a clearing and be able to rest. And right now, or at the beginning of the week, it could feel like deficit or loss or oh my gosh. But as the week goes on, you're going to feel a sense of peace and a sense of things being calm and leveling out, and a sense of you kind of taking a passive seat to this. You're not going to be actively worrying about it anymore. It's going to be more of just exploring your choices and options and being like, well, it's come to this, now what? So this looks like, for the Sagittarius I'm reading for, it looks like the focus will be romance, but once that's out of the way, you realize you're in a much happier place and things are much more stable and realistic for you. Things come into focus. There's this unexpected delight in the day-to-day and feeling like, oh, I got this. Like, things are calm now. That was kind of a huge chunk of your worry. So your stability looks good. There might be a bit of chaos in managing that, but it's nothing you can't handle, especially since the romance drama is out of your, is not going to be an issue for you anymore. So, yeah. All right, so this is being, that could be shelter in place, but this is things stabilizing and being able to look to the future. So that could be Leo, but this is you being able to concentrate on what's ahead of you and looking to that and planning to that. Now that everything is calm with this blowout that might have happened or these romantic concerns, they're not going to be concerns anymore, and that's going to make way for you to concentrate on what's in front of you and continuing with your stability and security for the week. So yay for that. Not mad about that. All right, what else for it? Can we get more of this right here? Okay. What else for Sagittarius? For the week ahead for Sagittarius, I hope everybody's doing okay. Kind of seems like things are starting to calm down a little bit at least, or is that just me? It feels quieter. Okay. What else for Sagittarius? I'm glad for this. I really am, because I've been saying this for a couple of months now. I feel like 2019 was kind of huge, so it's good that you're getting perspective on some madness here, or some confusion and chaos. There's perspective and there's calm. All right, so we've got Page of Swords. So this is you finally being able to focus on, again, what's in front of you and being able to kind of get those creative juices flowing again and come up with some solutions now that there's time to think and that there's not drama ahead of you. This also could be you cutting off communication with that which is problematic. In this case, with a romantic partner that's just been causing a lot of drama that's unnecessary right now, or you being able to finally focus on family and kids. And perhaps this is working from home. Perhaps this is cloud or telecommuting, as they call it. Or am I dating myself there? But either way, focus is kind of reduced to what you can manage. It's not overwhelming. It's little tasks. It's one step in front of the other, that sort of thing. So this is you managing your week one step at a time. What else for Sagittarius? Which, again, not mad about that. Nice. Trust the great mystery. I cannot remember, but somebody, thank you very much. I believe her name was Lori or Lou. The great mystery is in Native American storytelling, lore, fact, all of that. A Native American culture. There we go. Great mystery is another word for God, or another likening to God or the Great Spirit. So trust the great mystery. So trust in spirit, trust in the great all-knowing I am. That, not to make light of it, I just got a dogma moment there, that movie. Trust in the great mystery, trust in source, trust in spirit. There's a clearing here, and your week goes from being overwhelming to all of a sudden being able to accept things as they are. There's peace, and now it's about the little things in front of you that you get to manage, and stability is restored. So kind of a quiet week once you realize it's a quiet week. You know what I mean? Like once you're not having to react to some kind of stress or drama, whether from work or from news or romantic partner, the week levels out. Tuesday, Wednesday is when it starts to kind of calm down for you. So there might be initial stress, but the rest of the week goes pretty smoothly, and it's just about managing what's in front of you and looking ahead. Okay, so, and this is about having faith and trusting also. And if you're worried, and this is your intuition also speaking to you, you might be afraid of, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Don't worry. Manage the little things, and the rest is going to come into focus, because little things are going to build into the big thing. All right. And I know that sounded weird to say, but it's just, this is about focusing on what you can manage, because everything is so in flux. So if you're worried about any kind of loss, remember that it is just a worry, and that actually things are going to be staying pretty stable for you. Okay. Oops, one more. But anyway, to whoever enlightened me about that, the great mystery, thank you for that. I realize I don't have your name correct, but I appreciate you telling me. All right, what else for Sagittarius? Focusing on the kids, perhaps. Four of Pentacles reversed. So is this you feeling like, oh my gosh, this feels like worry about what's going to happen, there might not be enough, or kind of really wanting to shut down and sequester and hold on to everything tight and keep everything at a minimal offering. This could be in the romance department. You feel like kind of just locking yourself away and not dealing with the shenanigans anymore. It could be that you two are not talking and there's no communication, and you're focusing on yourself and what's important and what's in front of you. Focusing on what you can control, focusing on what makes you happy, focusing on what brings you peace and calm for the week. All right. So holding steady and looking forward. Good for you, Sag. I hope this was helpful, and I hope your week ahead looks good. It looks stable and calm. It looks like it's going to be bigger than you think it is, like the worry, but then it dissipates because you get some perspective here. So, again, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a good week. Love and support to you, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.